This is my new friend, not the kitten or the frog. My new friend is called Dall-E. Dall-E 2. And this is what Dall-E can do. I type in a sentence. Orange tabby kitten in a spacesuit on the moon. And it takes about 20 seconds for the artificial intelligence to generate 4 images based on this description. Once it's done that, I can choose which of the 4 I like best. The choices of all of the users get collected along with the description that they typed in this case, orange tabby kitten in a spacesuit on the moon. From time to time, the artificial intelligence is taken offline, and the feedback from users based on what was typed in and which image was chosen is used to retrain the neural network so that it learns. And I was given access to Dall-E 2 when he was just a baby, and so I've been able to see him grow, which is just adorable. When I first started using Dall-E 2, he really didn't know the difference between plush toy kittens and living baby cats. And this is probably due to the way the original data set of images that he was given was coded. A plush toy cat was assumed to be just another kind of cat by Dall-E. You know, if you say, oh, this is a Siamese cat, or this is an orange tabby cat, or this is a calico cat, or this is a plush toy cat, when identifying the pictures, you can see how someone who has never seen the real world in person would assume that plush toys are a kind of cat. And since more people have been using Dall-E, he's learned very quickly that if you ask for a litter of kittens and some of the kittens look like plush toys, for some unknown reason, users reject those pictures and choose the ones where all of the kittens are based on living cats. When I first started, there was that issue. You couldn't really show a mother cat with a litter of kittens without getting some plush toys in with the kittens. And to show you how much it's grown, he's grown, I'll type in that. Mother cat with 8 kittens. And now I bet there isn't a plush toy in the litter. When I first started, it was impossible to get a picture of a mother cat and 7, 8 kittens without some of the kittens being plush toys. Now all of these look like kittens. This isn't just looking up images on the internet and downloading images based on a description. It's actually generating these images. Things aren't always perfect. If you can see where my cursor is moving here, this orange tabby kitten really seems to be halfway inside of his mother. So that would not be one of the images that should be chosen. If someone were to go in and maliciously pick every picture that came out screwed up a little bit, it would cause Dall-E to learn the wrong things and to become less and less useful over time. For example, this would be a much better picture to choose. And in order to help my friend, I will save this one. And so the next time they take Dall-E 2 offline and incorporate the choices of all of the users and the descriptions they typed in, this will help. This will make Dall-E smarter. He learns every day. When I was first starting, there were the issues of a lot of the kittens would be plush toy cats. And also, some of the original early images, the images are made out of a cloud of pixels, and then the algorithm goes through recursively and selects which of a series of pixel pictures looked more like the description. And it would repeat this over and over and over again until it got 4 images that were that the neural network thought matched the input sentence. So, I don't know, let's type in something, another thing that doesn't exist. Calico cat in a rocket ship in space. And again, I have to wait 20 seconds for the artificial intelligence to generate the images. That's interesting. None of these look photorealistic, which is supposed to be the default. So I'm not going to choose any of these images, but I'm going to change my description. Photorealistic calico cat in a rocket ship in space. A little better. We're getting more realistic cats. That's interesting. It's been very interesting working with Dall-E too. Try another mother cat with kittens. So at the moment, Dall-E 2 is generating photorealistic images that could definitely be used if, say, you were making a story about cats. When I first started, I had this problem that the artificial intelligence was still just a baby, and it was generating images that looked like plush toys. Also, because the way the images were generated from clouds of pixels, part of the algorithm seemed to work more locally than globally. And so it was common to get the eyes different colors or the pupils different sizes, which looked disturbing because humans are very sensitive to symmetry, especially when it comes to faces. And although you wouldn't have to do that now, when I was working on a project about writing books about cats, I did this. Watercolor painting of a mother cat with kittens. You can specify lots of different, any kind of artistic style you want. Line drawings, oil paintings in the style of Van Gogh, electronic art, kind of any style that you want. So in this case, I'm going to generate watercolor paintings of a mother cat with kittens. And they give you examples, right? This, while you're waiting, a painting of a fox in the style of Starry Night. So this setting did several things for me. It hid a lot of flaws that were present in the early images, which, as I said, Dall-E 2 has grown up a lot since I first met him. The other is that most children's books are illustrated with watercolor paintings. So if you're making children's books about cats, watercolor paintings are not a bad choice for the illustrations. And so this is a book that I wrote yesterday. I wrote this book and did all of the illustrations in one day. And children's books are a good choice because 99% of the work is creating the illustrations. There's really not much writing involved here. And so I would go through and I would write something and then I would ask Dall-E to generate an image based on what I wrote. And I would put the image into I'm using Microsoft Word here. the cloud version because it was free. So I would type the next little couple sentences of the story, and then I would ask Dall-E to generate an image based on that, and I'd drop the image in. And then I would write a couple more sentences and ask Dall-E to make an image, and I would drop the image into the book. And then space down to the next page and type some more sentences, and then ask Dall-E to generate more images for me. And so all of the writing of this book and all of the images generated and all of the typesetting to put the book on sale on Amazon with Kindle Direct Publishing was all done in one day. None of this existed yesterday. I did all of this yesterday. And so these are the books that I created on Kindle Direct Publishing with Amazon yesterday. These are all true stories about my cat, the little Scout. And if you want to publish in, say, paperback and also publish the same to like Kindle ebook readers, right? Amazon has publish on demand. So you can publish a paperback book, and you can also publish an electronic book for Kindle e-readers. And in my case, I was selling the paperback versions for $10 and the electronic ebook reader version, the Kindle book, for $3. Don't waste your time starting out with the Kindle ebook. If you publish a book in paperback, when you finish, Amazon will ask you if you would also like to release this as a Kindle ebook. If you say yes, it will restart the process of typesetting the book with all of your information already put in. So you don't have to upload the PDF file that has all the content of the book. You don't have to, upload a new cover. You don't have to go through all of the different steps. It's already filled in for you, and it's basically just accept the defaults and tell them how much you want for the ebook version. These are very short books, 30 pages, and actually $10 is kind of a lot to ask. I would publish hardcover versions, except the hardcover, when I tried to do that with some of these, the hardcover is only for things that are 75 pages or longer. So just my own strategy is that I publish a lot of these short stories, these 30-page stories, as paperbacks, and once I think I'm through with all of the true stories that I can think of about my cat, I'll combine them all into a collection of stories and publish that collection as a hardcover. Basically similar to the way when I was growing up there was a book about Winnie the Pooh and the adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and each chapter was really a small story of its own. I'm not sure, but Winnie the Pooh may have started out as a series of short books like this, and then the version I got when I was little was the collected stories of Winnie the Pooh. I'm not sure. If you want to sell in China, it would be best not to mention Winnie the Pooh. That's basically how I generated images for the books.